I think that every game I'm kind of looking to Zaya and Chris for one of them to explode. It'd be nice if they could kind of figure out a 1-2 punch. It's kind of one game is one of them, the other game is the other. It'd be nice if we could get both of them to be consistent and, one of them have 16, one of them have 18, and then any given night, one of them can explode because they're those type of players. But I will say this, when Chris drove it and she hit her little pull-up jump shot, she hit two of them, I knew she was about to cook. And it's just when she starts making shots, she plays with confidence. She has the capability of being unstoppable, and was just proud to see her do that. I think the biggest thing though for our top two players is we got to see that consistency from them every night. I think they're both capable of bringing us 15 plus a night. So it's still early in the season. We got to continue to figure out our flow with this team. For whatever reason, we shot really well. I know we made 11 threes, but it didn't look that way in the first half. We shot really well in the Bahamas, and then we get home, and it felt like we didn't shoot well. So we got to figure that out. But again, we pulled out a tough win. Florida Gulf Coast is a good team. They just beat Stanford, and they only lost to Troy by 4, who only has one loss right now. So I think that last night was a great win for us.
From Kevin, what was the key to the fast starts against Houston and Kent State?
I think that we were in the Bahamas, so everybody's happy. There's no distractions on the road. We're looking at possibly tweaking our warm up. Our warm up was a lot lighter in the Bahamas. When we're at home, we warm up a little bit longer. So we're thinking about tweaking that for Saturday's game to see if it works. Don't know if it will or not. But I think that we were really hungry to get a statement win, and we felt like Houston could be that win. And then once we got Houston, we dropped Ball State, and we knew there was another opportunity for us to play another really good MAC team who was picked to win their league. So we felt like we got two statement wins, and it was an opportunity for us to kind of take 10 steps forward, and we just didn't want to come home and take steps back, which we got the win, but watching us in the Bahamas and watching us last night kind of felt like we took a couple steps back. But again, I'm going to chalk it up to the fact that we might have been tired from travel, and no doubt in my mind, I think we'll come out and play a lot better on Saturday.
You forced 24 turnovers again last night. I know at the beginning of the year, you thought the press was going to be better than it was last year. Has it even exceeded your expectations so far?
Well, let me just give Cade a shout out because he pretty much told me in the nicest way possible to stop complaining last night, because he reminded me that we didn't get our 6th win until January 6th last year, and we're already at 6 in December. So shout out to you, Cade, for always putting me in my place. But I think that I just know the capabilities of this team, and I just want us to be a lot better earlier on, which we are. And for this team, I've just noticed that when I relax, they relax completely. So I just have to continue to keep my foot on the gas. But you're right. Our press is head and shoulders better than last year, just off athleticism alone. So if we're able to do what we're doing right now, our press, I know that it's just going to continue to get better and better and better as we go. So I have a lot of high hopes for this team, and I'm gonna stay on them. And I don't try to sound like, I don't try to be a Debbie Downer, but I just know that this team is capable of being elite. I think last year was a team of first. I think that this team is a team of first as well. We're doing a lot of things that have not been done. So I think that we may not have a ceiling with this team. So just continuing to work, continuing to be better. But you're absolutely right. Our press is really, really good.
Coach, how good was it to get Peyton Fields on the court last night, and what is she going to add to your roster?
Oh, she's gonna be great for us. She came away with 3 steals. She made a 3, got a rebound for us. But at the end of the day, that gives us some more size out there in our second group. And just get ready. She's gonna make a lot more shots. She was very nervous last night. She hadn't played in over a year, so I think as she continues to get her game flow, she's gonna be able to knock down shots for us. But again, give us that size. She'll be able to go get us some more rebounds. She's good in the press, and then when she contests, she's a lot bigger, getting out there, and you have to shoot over someone that's 6 foot. Also in our press, when she gets those hands up, she can probably force more floaties for us to be able to run through some passes. So super happy that we were able to get her eligible. I will tell you that the NCAA completely denied her as a whole. And we kept fighting and was able to get her to be eligible after 8 games. So very thankful that we were able to get that done.
Wanted to ask about Winter. I think she had 7.7 rebounds last night. Just how thrilled are you with her just kind of improved production on both ends of the floor?
Yeah, I think she can give us more, like, and I know I probably the hardest on her because that's my sister, but I know what she's capable of. And I think that she has to be a lot more aggressive for us in that paint and stop second guessing herself. And she's got to stop second guessing her free throws. But she's a dog. She's gonna do what it takes to win. She's that impact player that does stuff that does not show up on a stat sheet. Like she tips one out and we hit the three, or she'll go and grab an O board and give us another possession. She'll dive on the floor for a loose ball. She's in there battling with bigs. So we just, for her, I just want her to be a little bit more confident for us in the paint. She's deadly at that mid-range spot, so we want her to take more of those shots when she can get them. And then she's got to finish her layups. I think she's capable of giving us 10 on any given night. She gave us 7, and she should have probably scored anywhere from 10 to 12 points last night. But she's gonna go get rebounds. She's gonna get the hustle plays. So really proud of her and kind of taking the next step for us production wise.
Feels like from Jackson State on, you've had just about everyone involved in the scoring night in and night out. So are you starting to see more consistency develop on the offensive end with this team?
Yeah, so we had a tough conversation after our UCA game. A lot of people don't know this, but I threatened to not pay them another dime until we were bought into our system. And it must be working because we haven't lost since. It was funny, we was in the Bahamas and we win, and they all looked at me and was like, "Are we getting paid on the first?" So they earned it. But I think the biggest thing for me is, now that money is involved, I just don't want people to be comfortable. You got to earn it. And that's what Nets Ain't Free is all about. But we had a tough conversation at that game about who are our playmakers and who are our floor spacers. And we had people on the floor that are floor spacers, which means they can absolutely shoot it. They were dribbling too much. So I think that people are starting to understand what their roles are and buy into them. And when you buy into your role in this system and you're elite at your role, that's when you kind of see things turn the corner. So I think that scoring is going to start to be a little bit more consistent with everybody because they're starting to understand what they're good at and trying to be elite at that.
From Kevin, where has UT Martin caused issues in recent meetings, and what are the keys to beating the Skyhawks on Saturday?
I think that they do a really good job of just throwing a bunch of unorthodox things at you to try to throw you out of rhythm. And then they're a high IQ team, which we, historically have struggled with in the past. I do think we got over the hump in that type of game against Kent State. So we're looking forward to it. We have adjustments in place if we need them for our press. We have adjustments ready to go on offense if we need them because they're going to throw a bunch of junk defenses at us. But the main thing is we got to come out with a lot of energy and we got to play hard because, obviously they have, Arkansas kid on their roster and Kelly McCarn, who plays well against us every year. So we just got to be prepared for a well-coached team. I think that at the end of the day, when we're open, we have to knock down shots. When we get steals and O boards, we have to convert off of those. And if we can do that at a high clip on Saturday, then we'll be fine.